Our good friend Kamala Harris has had her first excerpts of, 109 days or 107 days? I can't remember how long 107 days, how long her campaign was. And we mentioned this off the top. She has decided to throw Joe Biden under the bus. And let me read you the quotes, Buck. This is from The Atlantic, which has gotten the first excerpt rights of Kamala's magisterial work of political brilliance.
I'm sure she was up late at night typing out all the words herself, grinding.
No telling how many bottles of wine she went through late at night as she contemplated such complex stories. And of all the people in the White House, this is Kamala, I was in the worst position to make the case that he should drop out. I knew it would come off to him as incredibly self-serving if I advised him not to run. He would see it as naked ambition, perhaps as poisonous disloyalty, even if my only message was, don't let the other guy win. It's Joe and Jill's decision. We all said that like a mantra, as if we'd all been hypnotized. Was it grace or was it recklessness? In retrospect, I think it was recklessness. The stakes were simply too high. This wasn't a choice that should have been left to an individual's ego and individual's ambition. It should have been more than a personal decision. Okay, takes her like a year, or coming up in almost a year of the election.
Takes her ghostwriter a year, but yes, indeed.
To say that it was reckless for Joe Biden to run. Now, there's going to be a battle over this. I'm sure the Biden people are fuming over these comments that Kamala Harris is making. To me, Buck, it reignites my belief that she is trying to set the table to run in 2028. Because
I think she may be trying.
Yes.
I think she may be trying. But this is part of the problem that she has, Clay, is that she comes across as weak, ineffective, and vindictive in this no matter what, right? She was unable to stop him until it was too late, and then she got destroyed, and now she's trying to, after the fact, justify it. She is marked as a loser in this whole thing. And the other part of it that I believe, well, certainly we will talk about here, the only reason, she of course doesn't address this in the book, I don't have to read the book to know this, or she doesn't say this, the only reason that Joe Biden was so reckless and pushed along, and this is why I thought he would take it to the end, the only reason this was even possible is because Kamala was such a disaster as a candidate in waiting, and they knew it. They picked her for DEI reasons. They picked her because Biden wanted a black woman to be his vice president. They did not pick her based upon political talent and her ability to be the next president of the United States. And they knew that, which is why Biden was able to steamroll her. The dementia patient was able to say to the White House, Clay, credibly, I'm a better option than she is, even though you all know I'm not up for this.
What about this line? And I come back to this because usually political books are really boring because they're basically written by big mishmash of political advisors, and they go through with their red pen and they're like, oh, got to be careful here. The gay lobby is going to be offended by this paragraph. Oh, are we sure we want to say this? The unions are going to be unhappy with this. And so it comes across as a poll-tested mishmash of uninteresting glot. And when she says, we all said that like a mantra, as if we'd been hypnotized. There are two jobs for a president. Really, this is the job of any politician. One is decision-making. Two is communication. That's basically the whole job. When you tell me that you can be hypnotized by a dementia patient, it doesn't make me think, oh, this is someone who's going to be able to handle actually difficult decisions. So when I saw that hypnotized, everybody's focused on the recklessness. That's a lie, we all know. But her trying to say I was hypnotized reminds me of, was it Mitt Romney's dad, George, I believe, who said he was brainwashed? I think it was George Romney who said he was brainwashed to support the Vietnam War. And somebody said, well, that's not true. All it would take is a light rinsing, which is one of the best kind of counters ever. Team, look that up. But that basically is letting everybody know, hey, it's waving your hand as if we needed more evidence. You're not a leader, and also your decision-making is not very good. And so when I saw the hypnotized line, the fact that they said it was reckless, yeah, of course it was reckless. We all know that. It took her a year to get to that poll-tested word choice and answer it. But the hypnotized thing kind of slipped in. Did I get that wrong?
No. I was just going to say that I think the Biden, even for Democrats, the Biden administration is going to be something they wish to forget. And I think Kamala is going to have to carry the burden of being a reminder of the deeply flawed and disastrous for Democrats. I'm not even, forget about what we think as Republicans. I think Democrats recognize that Biden was he stopped Trump for 4 years, but what he really did was like send Trump along with Rocky to go train in Siberia and come back as Super Trump. You know, it didn't actually have the intended effect. That's one of the greatest montages of all time. And that's all, you guys all know what I'm talking about. Sylvester Stallone's up to his knees in the snow. And it's like, hearts on fire. Anyway, you get what I'm saying. That's what happened to Trump. He was doing the push-ups in the snow and he came back better than ever. And so I think that Kamala, Biden, for all of his failures, Clay, or rather for all of his shortcomings, was a reminder for Democrats of the golden age of 8 years of Obama. And that was a huge asset. It was a huge asset for him with the black community, huge asset for him with the Democrats in general. Kamala is a reminder of the Biden administration.
Chalk can help you have more energy if you are out there right now and you got a busy schedule as we move into the fall, and as there are so many different activities underway that you are trying to keep up with. I've got a 9th grade football game tomorrow. I've got all sorts of events like many of the parents out there that I'm running around for. I'm going up to Knoxville this weekend to watch the Georgia-Tennessee game, do Big Noon, Fox's kickoff college football show. I'm going to need some energy. And if I'm going to need some energy, you may also need some energy in your life. You're chasing around the kids or grandkids. Why not go check out Chalk? It's a male vitality stack, all natural, that has been proven to increase your testosterone level by up to 20% in just 3 months' time. You can get the best possible deal on a subscription for life when you go to chalk.com right now, CHOQ.com. My name, Clay. That's chalk.com. My name, Clay, to get hooked up with the best possible subscription discount for life, and also to ensure that you don't have the energy and the wimpy masculinity of a white dude for Harris, or a black dude for Harris, or a Hispanic dude for Harris, or an Asian dude for Harris. Basically, put some testosterone back in your life with Chalk. CHOQ.com. My name, Clay. Get hooked up today.